squared. Ilmite, take it away.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. And keep in mind, these guys are playing for top 4 right now. Loser of this game is going home. So I can't wait to see how it plays out. We already highlighted brother versus brother as far as the coaches go here. And it's really up to Luminosity to show up and perform because we already know what EnVy is capable of.
And we're kicking this one off with APG. He's going to make his way over towards the camouflage. Has a grenade in front of him. Nice shot. Taking a player down to no shields. Miklin's going to thrust right back, but not go and burn that camouflage. So you can see APG going in with a double kill. It's going to be Pistola coming in and cleaning that one up. He does get that camouflage. Make sure that Alumnite's timing that one. I love this coach versus coach matchup. Like you said, brother versus brother matchup and 2 former pro players.
Yeah, that's a really good point to bring up as well. As now we're on board here with Pistola. He's got the camo, he's got the railgun. So this is a big opening win here for Team EnVy. The real question is, what is Pistola going to be able to do with that? Great job switching weapons to the BR and using the railgun on the full health player. It's going to open up the doors for EnVy to start moving that first flag. Pistola just took out 3 members and probably going to be a 4th one here.
Just narrowly missing that railgun. Is going to get hit markers to take that player down to no shields, but he's all the way inside of the base still. So if they do get this capture, it could potentially be a double cap. Sticky nades coming in, flag capture assist flying in, and Pistola still alive somehow. APG going to finally shut that one down. But first flag capture going to go on over to EnVy within a minute into this game, and that's what we're talking about, Kyle. They wanted to address their slow starts. They're off to a good one here as Strippy, he's stuck on over towards the blue treehouse. A couple grenades coming in. Sane finds a kill onto Mikwin, and what I'm loving seeing from Trippy right now is checking over towards the side. When you have no shields, there's really not much that you can do. You can't run out into the open. You're most likely not going to challenge. That's a great time to screen look at your teammate.
Yeah, it's a really good point. That is a skill that's kind of really fallen behind compared to what it was years ago in some of the previous Halos. So these teams really need to start using that to their advantages. And that's going to be one of the things we see improvements in a lot from the top 4 teams.
Mikwin, he's already advanced over towards the side. He's on the porch right now, just locking it down. And he's got the light rifle, so he's going to be able to lay down some long-range damage. Has a player on over towards the silo, but it looks like Hook is going to drop over towards the treehouse, so he advances and takes Hook's spot. That's going to be 2 or 3 dead for EnVy. So Mikwin, he's realizing that he has to stay alive. Rain picked up the railgun, gets hit with a grenade, and the camouflage is popping up here any second. So Rain definitely going to want to have to rotate over here eventually, and that's exactly what he's doing, making his way on over towards the treehouse. Now he's going to shift his focus over towards top center. There's that camouflage that they were waiting for, still up. That player did not burn it. Mikwin is going to drop. Another player going to go for it, and you can see EnVy's thought process right there. Do not give Rain camo railgun.
Yeah, so they did go ahead and get that burnt. That was sniped down, picking up that camo, but like we said, Rain has the railgun, grabbed himself a double kill, and Luminosity trying to move that flag. It is out in front of the base, so Rain's grabbed himself 3 kills and now running the flag across the 50-yard line. We'll see he does elect to try to fight some here, but you still want to be moving that across, but he pops out and gets flanked from behind, so just gets collapsed on by EnVy and sniped down with a flag return already here. That was a great job by EnVy, amazing defense.
Yeah, the first missed opportunity there for Luminosity, and you call it amazing defense, but I call it a misplay right there. There was opportunities to play that just a little bit differently, toss it out just a little bit further, and then slow play it with that railgun. You got to hit that railgun on the player in the flag. You got to hit that railgun on the player in front of the base. This is EnVy. This is top 6. You need to be playing perfect Halo here.
Yeah, we'll see. Got finally Luminosity being the aggressors. 2 members in EnVyUs' base, but they do not hold top center control. Make that 3 members now here in EnVyUs' base as they're trying to run the flag elbow. Looks like APG is going to get taken out, and no, Trippy had to reload and wasn't able to pick up that kill on the member of Team EnVy, retreating back into their own base.
So now the map being split in half. It's a little flag standoff action. Advantage on over to EnVy because they have the numbers. Trippy going to get that reversal, but he does have a player from EnVy going on over towards the flag return. Not sure if they're going to be able to hop onto that one, as you do see players dropping left and right. Rain there with the battle rifle, but it's going to be EnVy with the return. 2-0 here to start this one, and that's very unfortunate for Luminosity because you could look at this and say, hey guys, we could potentially be in a 2-1 game in our favor. If Rain's able to capitalize with that railgun and with that flag, or if someone else even runs the flag for him so he can slay with the railgun, and they go and win that flag standoff, it's a completely different scenario. So LG, they're hanging in there with EnVy, but the score really not reflecting that.
Yeah, this is finally their opportunity. They get 2 kills right now, and Trippy is top center with the railgun. This is the exact exact position you want to be in. Perfect opportunity with that camo coming off spawn here, but no, he misses the railgun. Hook grabs himself a kill, and now Luminosity, they're essentially going to have to reset here and try to get kills, and they already just gave up top center control, as you see Trippy having to retreat.
Yeah, Trippy does hit a nice railgun shot right there onto Snipe Down, but gonna have to get over towards top center. Has a player in front of him, that's gonna be Mikwin, so that's gonna be 2 dead. Another player on his radar should be an easy kill as they start to collapse with the numbers. Rain's gonna find that one onto Hoop. And here's the big part here for LG. They just got the numbers, they have camo railgun. If they don't get a flag capture here, I feel like they're not gonna get a flag capture the entire game.
Yeah, we'll see how this one ends up playing out here. He still has that railgun, but that's the last shot. Puts it to use, but is it gonna be enough quickly and enough of action to really get that flag moving across the map? So they are running it sane, trying to bring that in, gets it through the window, and just like that, 2-1, and that was exactly led by Trippy, top center with that railgun and camo.
Yeah, great job there from Trippy. As we were saying, if they don't get this flag capture, there's no way they're gonna find another one after that, but they did secure it, and now they secure a decent amount of map control too. Both tree houses under control right there, as Saiyan is gonna get the kill onto Mikwin. They're gonna have to get top center and then start flooding in over here towards the elbow and then start pushing it over towards the window area. While this is happening, an overextension going on over towards the LG side of the base. That is gonna be a flag pull coming in for EnVy and LG, but this is not looking good for EnVy as they're dropping left and right. It's gonna be Saiyan running this flag. They should be able to get that return. And Kyle, we're gonna see this game tied up all 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, I did not expect that after such a hot start from Team EnVy. They're normally the ones that find themselves down 0-2 and bring it back to tie before the end of the game there. But great shots and escape from Saiyan to pick up that kill onto Mikwin and survive.
Railgun was up, camo again popping shortly after that. Who's gonna find a kill onto APG, but you can see all the players from LG right now, bottom feeders. They're on the bottom of the map. They need to get up top and get off of this ground floor level. You can see Rain was the only player up top, but he gets shut down. Now Pistola, he's gonna get on over there. A big battle happening towards the camouflage. That's why everybody's trying to get on over there. Can't see who's going for it quite yet. It looks like Saiyan trying to burn it. He does grab it and gets dropped. Hook and Snipe Down picking up a couple of kills, but I haven't been seeing EnVy popping up in the kill feed that much recently. EnVy really taking control here towards the middle of the game.
Yeah, and we find Trippy with the railgun back in his hands. This is what led to the very first cap here for Luminosity. Only has 2 shots left, but that is enough to really gain some control, especially if you can get a 2-for-1, which I thought might happen for a moment there. 1 shot left. If he's able to put this to use, I mean, but currently it's being used defensively. He is in his own base trying to clear EnVy out. Finally, they will take 3 members down, and they will be able to regain top control.
Yeah, that's not what Trippy wanted to do with that railgun, but he needed to either way. Comes back, clears out his base. You can't afford, especially in the beginning of the game, maybe you could play that a little bit riskier, but when you know that other team only needs 1 more flag capture, you have to come back and address that threat. So now Trippy's still alive, gonna make his way on over towards top center. No camo railgun coming up here for the next minute, so just gonna have to get it done with his battle rifle as he's starting to fly in. Snipe Down gets a grenade kill onto APG, but you can see Trippy, he's starting to feel it. He's starting to get aggressive. He knows where these players are at, and look at what he's doing with that height advantage. Should be an easy 2-shot beatdown, and he gets it. It's going to be a grenade, not a plasma instead. But look out, was that a Spartan charge? It was. Rain onto Snipe Down, flag being pulled. Hook's the only line of defense, and oh, good thing he's there because that would have been a flag cap there for LG.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, Tom, because it's Hook, and he is going to get himself a triple with perfect shots for that triple, playing some defense on top of that. So an amazing job and a lucky break for EnVy that they have somebody that is as good as Hook on this squad.
And he cut off the right angle, too, the most popular angle to run the flag, which is out of the window, right on over towards the pit. Cutting that off and making sure that EnVy still has some room to breathe over here. Railgun in the hands of Pistola. Camo popping up here, I believe, right around that 31-second mark. So let's see if they're on top of it. You can see 1 player over towards his left trying to help him out with that one. He's going to get taken down to no shield. Trippy and Saiyan both picking up a couple of kills. What a shot there from Ola. He is the last guy alive, though, so he's going to have to pull off something miraculous. The time a little bit too slow there, and it's going to be Saiyan with camo railgun. Huge opportunity here for Luke. Ooh, look out for the grenade. Hook shutting it down again, coming up clutch.
Yeah, that was a great job. That was a really scary moment there because they set up and were waiting for that camo for quite some time. It begs to wonder if maybe that camo was missed time there momentarily here. But either way, we're back on board with Mikwin. He's been fairly quiet this game, so really looking to see him step up, try to close out this game number 1. Tom, we both predicted EnVy to win, but Luminosity, this aggression is helping them out. Some of these keys to victory definitely spot on here. And we'll see as Mikwin and the rest of the team pick up their first kill. So that's a numbers advantage. 2 dead now for Luminosity.
Nice. Mick, when he realizes what's happening here, he's going to leave that, but no, unfortunately for him, he didn't leave early enough. He needed to get out of the silo and start choking that engine just a split second earlier. Then LG pops up with a nice little defensive stand on their side of the map and punish EnVy for it. Now LG starting to advance on the map just slightly. Rain over here towards the bridge, another player top center. Snipe down, gonna get double teamed. Good grenade coming in there from Trippy, but they are gonna trade kills overall. It's gonna be a 2-on-2 situation over here. Whoever's gonna have top center control definitely having the advantage, and that's on over to LG right now, but one player has to drop because he gets taken down to no shield. Saiyan gonna take control over that instead. Now Mikwin making the push. Good light rifle shots coming in from Saiyan, but again, no reinforcements over towards top center, so he's gonna need a little bit more help, and Hook gonna come and punish him for it.
And as we take a look here, we'll go on board with Hook, who just did that. Great shots, holding down some defense here. As two members from Luminosity pushing over towards the elbow of EnVy's base here. Hook on another great flank, gets a player no shields, but that guy is doing a great job staying alive. That's APG there, ultimately not able to get the flag anywhere in realistic area to be able to cap that. And Hook, great jump there, definitely a very underrated jump, and he gets rewarded with his first kill there.
Trippy with the railgun, gotta watch out here because that flag, like you said, Kyle, while it wasn't pulled as far as they would have liked, it's still kind of a threat sitting out there, especially when you have the railgun. But the return coming in for EnVy. 1 minute and 10 seconds left over here, starting to smell overtime.
Yeah, it is getting very, very close. Keep in mind, if you are at home watching and not familiar with the overtime rules, when this clock hits 0, additional 3 minutes will go on the clock. If neither team is able to cap the last flag here in that time, it will be a full replay.
Uh-oh, this is not looking good for EnVy. LG and Trippy finding a couple of kills, but somehow Snipe down throughout all of this has picked up Camo and Railgun. Pistola picking up a double or a triple. Big kill. Top center, if he can find it. Oh no, someone just choked.
That was Rain, and Snipe down, missing his first melee. Has a great outplay. I wonder if Camo came into effect there on any kind of lunge auto aim there, and any kind of lunge distances for that melee here. But either way, that one is gonna hurt real bad as they just left the door open here. 3 members from Luminosity go down. Saiyan, last guy alive, gets into EnVy's base, but he's not going anywhere with that flag. This one's still moving across very quickly here, and it is looking almost like lights out.
Not quite yet. They did kill the flag guy. Pistola with some nice positioning over towards top center. You know Snipedown wants to grab that and thrust out of the way, which is exactly what he does. Has a little bit of his shields left, and he's going to put that one in. EnVy coming back and taking game number 1, 3-2, but it was scary at moments. But got to look back at that play that happened over towards top center. That should have been an easy kill onto Snipedown. Rain falling very short right there, and that could have been the game-winning play.
And I don't think Snipedown died for the end of that game. So he picked up the kill top center, which he should have been taken
went on a
out.
spree. Yep.
Went on a spree and capped the last flag. That shows you just how influential and how impactful some of those kills can be, and Snipedown going huge here for Team EnVy to close out game number 1, and that was right at the end of the game.
If you don't win your 50-50s, especially in a situation like that, things are going to get ugly. The last player that you want on the map with Camo in a good position is going to be Snipedown because how sneaky he plays. But when you're looking at the stats, Snipedown not going positive, but he is getting the job done either way, pulling out the W. 28 and 23 from Hook. Ridiculous stat line. 23 assists also from APG. That is a ton. You can see Rain and Trippy combined only were sitting at 16. Taking a look at the objectives too. 4 power weapon kills coming in from EnVy, 8 power weapon kills coming in from LG. So it's interesting to see. I would say 80% of the time in CTF games, if you have more power weapon kills, you are going to be able to win that game.
Yeah, but either way, that was just EnVy and Hook. You got to keep in mind, all those big multi-kills that we saw from Hook, all of those assists, those weren't with the power weapons. Those were just with his pistol that he was able to shut down some of those flag captures. Had that one triple kill gone a little bit differently and not in Hook's favor, we might have been looking at a very different scoreline here.
Think about it. They had a couple of different mistakes coming out from LG. Hook going in with that flank, that is a missed opportunity, even though that was a great play. As we take a look at Snipedown, Snipedown competing since 2008. Atlanta placing was 3rd. They bounced back strong with the first place there in the fall regular season. But this is where it's all about. They want to come through here and have a strong performance going into Denver. And you got to be, thinking about, Halo World Championships coming up next year. If some of these top teams don't place where they want, we could see a major, major domino effect.
I mean, and this pretty much always happens here. Really, only after Atlanta did we not see a crazy amount of team
Which was
changes.
rare.
Yeah, which was rare, but even, Liquid making a change. And there is a long offseason here between now and when that giant Halo World Championships tournament is going to happen over, I believe they announced it in March here. So obviously, both of these teams are looking for that first place victory. Luminosity trying to break in the top 4, and Envy, they're not happy unless it's first.
No doubt about it. You have to brush it off here again. Can't be talking about the previous game. Have to focus on this next one. I believe when we took a look at the series layout previously, it was Truth Slayer. So let's take a look at these game types one more time and see what happens if we do get pushed to the brink. It's going to be Eden Strongholds after Truth, Coliseum CTF after that, and then Plaza Slayer is going to be game number 5. We were talking about needing to win one of these first 2 games. They were very close on the LG side, fell just short. Truth Slayer, they have to hunker down here. They need to make sure that they're utilizing, if they get the power-ups like they did in the previous game, making sure that they're going on ginormous runs, and then getting a lead, and then making sure that you're just trading kills is really all you need to do in Truth Slayer.
Yeah, and now you're taking a look at Saiyan on your screen there, and we're definitely going to look for him to step up, because really it's been Saiyan and Trippy that were kind of like the duo here for Luminosity, and Saiyan really making a statement here, coming out and performing extremely well. So of course, we will see how they're able to fare here in this game number 2. Truth Slayer, like we said, you can see them communicating amongst each other here, trying to work on some of the mistakes that they had made to improve for this game number 2. And this is another one without a lot of those power weapons. So we're going from Fathom over to Truth, so yet to see a sniper rifle on the map.
Again, that's good for LG here. They need to make sure that they're utilizing the game type's advantage that they have in front of them. They need to make sure that they win this game. A must-win game here for LG. They need to tie this up. They need to set it into that best-of-3 scenario. But who are you watching out for on the LG side? Who's going to be the guy to have the most kills?
I think from the LG side, we needed to be Saiyan, really. I think Saiyan is.
Well, then let's watch Saiyan.
All right, moving over to Saiyan. He is rushing towards Carbine side of the map. They're getting the callouts. Mikwen's going to grab first blood. They're on to Trippy. Big battles over here towards B2. APG grabs himself a kill, and I like this decision here from Trippy, but is he able to grab that shot? Luckily, APG will finish it off. Player shows up on radar, takes a little bit of damage, forced back here. So Saiyan, great job buying some additional time here for his team, and I love that he's switching positions and going from car to pink left and right.
Pistola throughout all of this has picked up the camo. Sneaky Ola. And when you look at it, 3-3 with the camouflage, Envy will take that start considering that APG started this one with a hot double kill. So now Pistola going to have to methodically move around the map and find out exactly what he wants to do. He didn't realize that there was actually a player over towards his right side bubble. So 2 players P2, and now he's going to be called out when he has camouflage. So you're going to see everybody starting to collapse on that any second now. But no, somehow Pistola not getting shot at by the guy towards his right and is still staying alive. Locking down this real estate, now going to charge in with his teammate. Perfect shots right there on terrain. APG is going to drop Hook while all that was happening, but now the focus shifting over towards P2.
Yeah, we're getting an update from the floor as well, Tom. Liquid and EnVyUs are tied up 1-1 in that series. So EnVyUs definitely not happy with getting top 6, I should say, and looking to continue their European run.
Yes. Satisfied? No.
Yep, that's better. Much better put.
Now you're going to see a big battle happening down towards P1, but it's going to be advantage on over towards Pistola. He even had a teammate over towards P2, but he was confident enough in those shots, especially since they were perfect. Now going to be looking around, and I really like this play from Ola because this is one of the things that sometimes other players will make mistakes on. Ola doesn't sprint that much, and that's one of the things that you're going to notice. Players get caught out sprinting all of the time. He's constantly making sure that he is always gathering information before he makes a play. And that's one of the things that makes Pistola so deadly.
Yeah, and we'll see Envy just playing a lot of defense here. You can see 2 members just hiding below the base here. They will catch APG off guard. Pistola with another perfect kill. That's at least 2, possibly 3 already here in this game. I thought that was going to be a 4th one for a moment, but it is going to be the melee. Picks up the trade there, opens the door for Hook to grab this camo, but getting away here, he does. Amazing job by Hook, and you can see in that kill feed there, opens up a double kill for Snipe Down, and now Hook's going to be able to lock down pink side of the map here.
Yeah, this is great for Hook. Going on over towards P3, he also has Mikwen that he can bait. So Mikwen's going to be running around, staying alive. Great job from Mikwen rotating around in front of the base while everybody else from LG is wondering currently where he's at. And that just causes so much commotion in the communication for LG, where they're like, where's Mikvin? Where's Mikvin? We got to find him. Well, guess what? While that's happening, Hook is still just prowling above, waiting for his opportunity to pick off weak players. Finds one right there on a Trippy. Now he's going to start pushing into the base. While all this is happening, LG is trading kills. So this is good for LG that they're not getting collapsed on in all 4 dying, because if they did, they'd get collapsed on it again and again, and EnVy would start running away with it. So great job from them. They, I think, overall did about a 5-for-3 trade. And when you look at the situation that they were in, that's all you could really ask for LG.
Yeah, we can see Hook. He wants these kills really badly. Listening to callouts, but not able to get eyes on these players. But you can tell he's turning around, trying to help out as you see some of his teammates being taken out. And just phenomenal shots left and right on a killing spree himself.
All right, guys, we're going to go and jump into an Astro listen-in with the boys in blue. Let's hear what the comms are like for EnVy.
Red 2 right now, weak 3 shots.
Oh, he might have already
Back red.
No, he backed up, I think.
I think they're pushing me red.
Red,
My picture.
I see you. Actually, the MP1
I'm pushing in here in a second. I'm gonna need help. He's got back red, Austin, for sure. Red 2 on me. Red 2 shot me twice. 2 red 2. I'm looking at him. I got one there. He only has a shot. I got a test for the window.
Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about.
Yeah, no. I think the last guy's where?
He's on
Tyler, yeah. I'm pushing pink fast. They're gonna smoke car. I'm not going car.
They'll be car.
Can we help Austin? Yes, I am. I'm trying right now.
Mid over there.
On me, blue. Back blue right now. I'm pushing blue.
One shot.
Car 2 on me. I'm gonna die.
Flavor. One shot.
They
love Eric.
I'm trying to live.
One shot blue flavor. One shot blue flavor.
I can't see him. I don't see him either.
He's full shield. One shot now. One shot now.
You're right.
That's level weak.
They love pink attic on me right now. Blue snake right now. I'm sitting red 2 still. Red pink on me. Blue pink attic right now as well. They spawned under red on me.
Where'd he go?
He's one shot red pink. He's really weak attic probably still. Blue 2. They got camo.
He's weak on it.
Do I see me? I don't know. Blue pink 3 shots.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he drops. He's one shot. He has camo.
Bottom center.
He's
One shot from blue. One shot from blue. Pink bug. Pink bag. Oh, there. Camo's under you. Oh, shit. Camo's blue pink. I tried to make it.
We can car on Eric.
We coming car 1. You're
gonna be pushing.
They're gonna push you blue car right now, Eric. I'm gonna die. I can't get out of there. No, there's no way. I spawned car 1. Hold on, I'm hiding car 1. Right now, go car 2.
Yeah,
he's all the way up car 2. He's alone. I'm gonna push him. He's alone car 2. There's a camo guy there, I think. Car top center. Top center, watch out over here on me. He beat top floor right now. Top
All right, there you have it, the communication coming in. Big emphasis on that camouflage, but you saw LG pick it up overall, and they're starting to slowly creep back into this one, Kyle. A 1-kill lead, which was once about a 6 or 7 kill lead for EnVy.
Yeah, now we're all tied up, 31 apiece, and that is a numbers advantage over to Luminosity briefly here, so they should be able to either try to work on a collapse or gain some additional map control here, but everyone from EnVy now is alive, and Luminosity wasn't able to really push that lead.
Now we heard the Astro listening coming in from EnVy. I want to jump on board now with LG and compare the two.
Yeah, he's going out for a car. Yeah, red MP1. He's still here. I'm here, Joy. Look blue. From blue, guys. Going car 1. Nice. Watch out, blue car. I'm looking under, Joy. Nice shots, Brad. Under blue, last guy. Under red, sorry. I'm gonna pick. Yeah. Pink 2 already from red. He's already up there? Okay. Yep. Two there. One more shot here. Watch out, guys. I'm trying to watch. Just do that. One under red, pink 2. Watch out also. Pink 3 still. One shot, pink 3. Top red. Pink 2, one shot. Got one bullet. No, tell me the car. 27. Hey, I'm pushing up. I'm pushing up right. Under red, I'm moving. Under red, half shields. You need to push red. Watch out. One shot. Hey, top red. Side down. I'm side down. Blue pink, guys. The pink. I'm picking up car. I'll go pink with him. Okay. I'm just going back. I'm gonna blow shots. I'm at blue. No, car 2 on me. 2 on me, yeah. Car 1, bubble. Car 1, Joey's going here, bro. Nice. One more on you. Yeah, he's gonna be out. Hit him once. Car 2, maybe.
All right, and look at that, 42-35, the largest lead of the game coming in right towards the end in favor of Luminosity. Will EnVy be able to jump back into this one? We will find out here shortly. That camo really helping out here, building that lead, just showing you why every single time working on those power-ups is so crucial here for these squads.
This is where you got to see EnVy try to bring this one back. They have the numbers advantage. Snipedown just picked up a double kill. You can see the fact that APG is stuck over towards P2 is huge for these guys right now. If he can stay alive, he cannot. Hook's going to find that kill now. Snipedown is going to advance on over towards the red side. 40-43 here. LG, they were so close to being able to pull it away. They do answer with a couple of kills right there, but it gets traded right back. So again, a 3-kill lead here. As you see, tons of players fighting on over towards the red side. Camouflage, it's only going to be one more popping up, and it's going to be extremely late. So I wouldn't be surprised to see eventually, if Envy starts to push this one back, a slow CT or a slow Truth Slayer game. I would expect these guys to start saying, hey guys, let's not give up any deaths. Maybe go for a standoff.
Yeah, I mean, this one is coming close. Envy's able to close that window a little bit, 47-45 now. Camo should be up momentarily. I don't have the exact time on that, but you can see most of Envy
30.
all trapped around red side of the base. Almost looks like a little scared to push out. On the other side, Luminosity, you've got someone over towards Carbine side of the map, and finally they're pushing their aggression onto pink side. Two guys collapse into P2. They trade a few kills here, move over to Snipe Down, 49-47. You cannot afford a death. Snipe Down's getting double teamed, grabs one kill, stays alive. The grenades are coming in.
Wow.
You gotta be so careful here.
How is he alive?
This
Snipe
is
Down
insane.
Jumping up and down, 49-48. This is as close as it's gonna get. Snipe Down still alive over towards P2. Mikwin's over towards the car side, and he's also picked up the pink side. He's also picked up the camouflage. Let's see what's going on with Mikwin.
All right, I'm so scared to even change screens. Top 3 members of Envy,
Oh.
but no, they get caught by grenades, and Luminosity takes game number 2, 50-48. So the 3-0 is no longer possible of happening, but now Luminosity showing some more life here. This is looking a lot closer than I was anticipating, Tom.
When we listened to the Astro listen in there, you could hear the communication, how much faster pace it was coming out from the LG side, and I prefer that faster pace callouts. But while that was happening, they never really missed anything. I understood exactly what they were saying. They were helping each other so much. It was, there's a guy P2, I'm nading it, I'm looking there, I'm backing off. Everybody's saying what they're doing, and that's the beauty about it. When you start saying what you're doing off of the spawn, when you start saying where you're looking, when you start calling out things before they happen, the other team starts losing just on communication alone. So I'm going to tack that up to just a great overall game from Rain, who bounced back after that little mishap over towards top center, but just the communication too from LG, just great overall teamwork.
Yeah, Rain definitely bouncing back after, a couple of poor plays in that game number 1. Comes to mind is Snipe Down killing him top center on Fathom, but answering with 16-11 or 16 and 11 as far as those stats in a 2-kill game. Very impressive performance here coming out from the newest member of LG.
Yeah, Rain coming in here, filling the shoes that Ninja left, and he's been doing a very good job of it so far. Tied up 1-1 is exactly what LG needed to do here. They needed to desperately win this one so they can't fall down 2-0 in the series. And we're talking about, again, the first couple of game types don't have a sniper rifle in it. That's their time to capitalize. That's their time to get the job done. There's a huge disparity, though, in assist from the Envy side. 5, 6, and 8 from Pistola, Snipe Down, and Hook. And then you have 17 assists coming in from Mikwin. That's a huge disparity when you really look at it.
No, it really is. I'm really glad you bring that up as well, because Mikwin wasn't like he had a ton of assists and not any kills there.
Yeah, it's not like he went major negative either. He went, 10, 17, and 13? That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'll take that any day of the week.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. Like, that is a good stat line to have. Like, at that point, when you have 17 assists and the other people on your team have, 6 or less, that's when you expect them to be much more positive. But if you're having all the assists and kills and your teammates are doing just one or the other, that's not going to be the recipe for success here, and you can see Luminosity take advantage of that. Even with Luminosity, or Envy, catching up towards the end of that game, Rain himself was the one on a killing spree.
I thought that Envy had that one based on the beginning strategies and kind of the performance that Ola has been having so far. I was impressed by the way that he, again, is constantly staying alive, constantly laying down damage, but you saw just great shots coming in from LG. There was a time that APG hit a perfect down towards car 1, and you could hear them saying in the comms, nice shot, guys. This guy right here needs to be kind of that X factor. We saw him with the camouflage, how sneaky he can be. He needs to get more of those power-ups in his hands. He doesn't even necessarily need them to go big, but it helps so much more. And when you look at the guys like Snipe Down, the guys like Mikwin, Pistola somehow falls 3rd or 4th in line in terms of getting the weapons, and that's absolutely insane considering how skilled he is.
Yeah, that's a really good point to bring up as well. Pistola is the guy with consistently over the course of Pro League has really shown up in those game number 5s. He's never actually had that really poor performance earlier today, 1 and 10. I want to say.
Oh yeah, he did have
Splice,
a Splice, yeah,
little
game 4.
uncharacteristic.
CTF Truth, but that game was what, only 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. So things can happen like that, especially against a team like Splice, who is playing so darn well right now. And it's so interesting to see that, you know, say that was a game that Splice wins and it sends it into a game number 5. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ola, you know, just brush that off and drop a bomb going into the next game. That's just kind of how Halo 5 works, and that's just how resilient these guys necessarily are. So now we're moving into a completely different game type that we saw in the first 2. We saw CTF Fathom, we saw Slayer on Truth, Eden Strongholds, we got Camo, we got Overshield, we got Rockets, we got a lot going on here.
Yeah, but I am a little worried for Luminosity on this because I just feel like Envy in particular, Pook, Snipe Down, Mikwin, they're just so comfortable, and especially Pistola too. They are so comfortable on this map with the different positions and the teamwork you can create here. So it looks like the opening start kind of goes over to LG as they're able to grab Camo here. Let's move over and see what Sane is going to do with this. He's got 2 players right in front of him, trying not to give up his position.
Yeah, you can see Sane just playing this as sneaky as possible because he wants to go and contest the catwalk, and that's exactly what he does. But as soon as he does that, he gives away his position, just completely gets melted. So you saw Camo in the hands of LG, you saw Overshield in the hands of LG, but now you're going to see Mikwin talking some trash on over towards Rain, who had a little bit of Overshield and just completely gets demolished. So you're going to see Strongholds now being captured by Envy as they're going to go for the catwalk. Now they're going to get the slays and get the reset on over towards the blue bend as well. So a potential triple cap coming out here, Kyle, and that's not what you want if you're LG, especially when you pick up the Camo and the Overshield to start.
Yeah, getting the Camo and the Overshield and not even being able to get a point on the board is not a good sign for Luminosity in this game, especially when Hook runs around and is just shooting rockets as fast as humanly possible and getting a kill with each one.
Yeah, but Envy didn't push on over towards the catwalk, so that's unfortunate for them. They don't secure the triple cap. They don't get complete control, and now they're going to have to control the outskirts of the map. So Rain's going to be trying to go and push on over towards catwalk because that's the only way that they were going to be able to cover the top of the map. But instead of doing that, he's going to rotate over towards blue bend. This is an interesting strategy. I mean, I agree with it because they have to secure the rockets eventually, and you don't want to leave outside for free for Envy, but it's always interesting to see. What do you try to go for? Do you go for blue? Do you go for red? Red is so easy to grenade, and catwalk's so easy to grenade. It looks like LG is going to prioritize blue, and it somehow worked out for them.
Ooh, and a great kill from Rain here to get help get the reset on the top middle hill here on catwalk. New rockets are up, and so is this Overshield. So you can see both teams trying to start setting up for this. Some grenades are coming in. Rain's able to get a full Overshield, and that is great timing here on the part of Hoaxer, and a great flank as well, helping lock down Camo here. So once again, they get the first 2 to start it, and then they get the 2 off spawn again.
Rain flying out there, trying to contest this blue bend. I don't think he's going to get there in time, but it looks like they're going to be able to retake it based on the slays and a little bit of Overshield that Rain does have left. Hook's going to come off the spawn. Mikwin, he's currently the only guy alive down there. Actually, it's Mikwin coming off the spawn. Hook's the only guy alive down there that's advanced, but they know where he is, so most likely going to be able to drop him with the rocket any time now. You can see Sane trying to respond to that one. He's going to switch on over towards his light rifle and pick up that one. Rocket coming in. I thought he was going to get a hit marker, but that player must have thrusted out of the way. You can see him down through the bridge right there, just getting a peek down below, but instead of going for the player down below, pushing over towards the top catwalk area, still the triple cap in effect. And if you can go again in that triple cap and try to get that last reset, that adds so much more pressure on the other team, Kyle.
Yeah, it really does here, and I'm a little surprised that we're not seeing Envy being able to cap. Finally, do they get one here on the board? Hook jumps up, gets double teamed. He's going to be taken out. Pistola grabs himself a kill. It looks like Envy deciding to focus a little bit on blue bend, but somebody else pushing top center gets taken out while trying to go for catwalk. So they got to be careful not to split their resources too much. Some great grenades come in, and that's 3 dead once again for Envy. Luminosity really stepping up this game, continuing their momentum.
It's the communication, Kyle. It really is. It's the communication. These guys are moving at a mile a minute. They're just going non-stop. And that's great collapses too, especially when you're able to go and call out and still be able to pinpoint where these guys are at. You're going to be able to move at a faster speed than the enemy team. I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to keep this pace up because it's a very, very fast pace. To be able to keep this amount of energy this late at night after grinding through this bracket is just miraculous from LG. Yeah,
and you talk about that communication, Tom. I want to go into another Astro listen in here with Luminosity, see if we can find what is working for their favor. So let's go ahead and do an Astro listen in with Luminosity Gaming.
I'm living.
Camo, guys.
No, I'm pushing blue alley. Hold on. No, pushing blue alley. Going turbine.
Yo, we need more support at red.
Pushing blue.
I'm in red. I'm in with camo. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm
blue. One shot. I got one. I'm on red, guys. Don't die here. Blue door. Watch out blue door, Brad.
Watch red. Big cat.
I got weak. Brad.
Watch your blue, Brad. Capping
Nice
red.
job, Brad. On red. Watch out. Nice on around. Yo, can we just go blue?
Don't let
I can't see him. Okay, I'm trying to help you.
One shot outside blue. On red. Red. One shot. Start making blue, guys. Keep nading out red.
See, I got two. Nice. Get him blue.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Move your red. Two here. Two on red.
Go tower.
Yeah, I have to get this guy.
Just hide in tower.
Liv, just look at Cat.
Alright, see you later.
Wait, that's really weak. Just Liv, look at Cat.
I help. Watch out, man. Watch out,
Look at Cat. Yo, blue alley. Weak. Blue alley. I heard blue alley. Hey, top Cat. I go nades. I'm nading top Cat. I got nades on Cat.
Nading cat. We're nading. Got him.
Two on Cat. I got melted. They're both weak though. Last two are on Cat, guys.
Alright.
One push. Slow this down here.
Play for tower.
Yep.
We can still play for it.
Yep.
We just have to anchor a guy.
Go red director. Make sure we slow us down. I'll watch behind us. Okay, I'm pushing.
Walking out.
Yeah, okay, bottom Cat.
What's up, cat? There's a guy.
We go Lobby. Watch out, Lobby.
Right side. Watch out.
Pushing blue. Two here.
Two of tower.
I got one. Watch out.
Got him.
Hey, I help.
I'm pushing out flat. I'm gonna push out flat.
Great communication, as expected, coming out from LG. They capture Catwalk. They currently have Blue Bend under lockdown, and Envy, it looks like they are going to drop this game, and they do. They're mathematically eliminated right there with the contestant going in over towards the Stronghold, something that we forgot to call out through all of that while we were in the listening. Rain dropped a killing frenzy, Kyle. The guy went off in game number 2, and then he dropped 10 kills in a row just now without dying. Miraculous performance from him. He ended up 14-4.
Extremely impressive performance. Kind of goes exactly against everything I predicted before this match stopped. But 14-4, only 4 deaths, only 6 from Saiyan. That was an extremely fast 6-minute strongholds on Eden, and there were a couple. We could even hear it from the desk here top. Envy was yelling for some outplays that they had during that game. So even with some of those unusual kills that maybe they shouldn't have gotten, they were not able to get anything going here. Envy definitely off to a very slow start, and with the way that this tournament's playing out, we might be seeing one of their lowest performances yet.
That would really hurt for Envy, especially considering where they came from as the #1 seed coming into this event, undefeated from the Pro League, 1 game away from elimination. An LG squad that nobody expected. Kyle, you were predicting a 3-0. I called 3-1 in favor of Envy. And APG, he's fired up, but he sat back down because he knew, hey guys, I can't get fired up. I can't talk trash yet until this series is over. I don't want to give anybody from Envy any type of momentum in their favor, especially a snipe down, especially these guys that really feed off that trash talk. So it's important to just focus on what you're doing, get ready, and hunker down to try to win this next game, because it is not going to get any easier. They made that last game look easy, but now you're going to get Envy fighting with their backs against the wall, and we're going to see if they're going to be able to push this to a game number 5.
Yeah, I mean, and APG, he definitely probably still has some bad memories from the fall finals, I want to say it was. Chirping up 3-0 over Team Liquid, and that's the last time I've really seen him stand up and yell at another team. And of course, that one spiraled out of control here, but definitely not in that mindset. Very focused here with one thing on his mind, and that is to take down this Envy squad. And
if it happens, that would be by far the biggest upset of this tournament. We were looking at, potentially Envy going against a Splice or an Optic Gaming or something like that, but now we're taking a look at Hook right there, and Hook, he was very, very clutch in the CTF Fathom game. He came in with the flanks, and really, when you look at it, Kyle, this could have been a 3-0 in favor of LG. Are you kidding me? They lost game number 1, 3-2, and they wouldn't have won that game unless, obviously, it's a team game, but Hook had a phenomenal flank on over towards the pit to stop a flag capture.
Yeah, that's a really good point to bring up as well. Like, that was... This series is heavily in favor of Luminosity, and I'm really glad you brought up where Envy came from. Undefeated in the Pro League, 80% win rate, maybe 84% map win rate, extremely high. Didn't really struggle against any teams here, even kind of handedly defeating Optic there, but instead Luminosity is the one that is showing up here today.
I'm looking at the power-up pickups, and I'm seeing 6 power-up pickups from Luminosity, 0 power-up pickups coming in from the red side. Envy, not 1 camo, not 1 overshield. That is not going to cut it.
No, yeah, we saw those 4 immediately.
0 power-up kills, too.
Yeah, that is... Not a good sign here. You really need to have Alumni get these guys back into this. Maybe start telling individual players who needs to be the guy going for these power-ups. But we're going to start this one off. We got to go with somebody from Luminosity. See,
we have to go with the man that dropped the
series.
killing frenzy last game, honestly. We have to start this one off with Rain because this guy, MVP of the series by far.
Oh, I 100% agree with you there, Tom. And Rain immediately pushing over here towards the DMR, gets that weapon, is trying to put some pressure over here towards Sniper. One thing they know they're going to have to do is keep this sniper rifle out of especially everyone on Envy stands, actually.
No doubt about it, but Envy, they're solid at this game type. LG, they're pretty darn good at it too, but it's going to come down to the little things. It's about controlling the weapons again. We saw that's a horrible recipe for disaster. 0 power-up pickups, 0 power-weapon kills. That's what happened last game for Envy. They cannot afford to have that same type of thing. Whether it's, Alumni putting these guys in position, sometimes the best thing that you can do is ask questions saying, hey, whose is this? Or maybe Alumni steps up and say, those are your rockets, that's your sniper, that's your overshield, that's your camo. That type of confidence in your team immediately just gives a whole chain reaction.
All right, now here's one thing to keep in mind. Look at that kill feed. That's rockets and sniper in the hands of Envy, and they are going to be bringing the pressure and aggression here right now as Pistola grabs that flag. I don't even know if to go off of his screen or not. Hook doing a very good decision, pulling back to his own base to make sure he can get this flag returned. Grabs one, make that 2 kills and a killing spree, and that is going to be the first flag here being put in by Pistola.
They're starting to heat up on the side of Envy. I want to see if the communication's starting to heat up. Let's go with an Astro listen-in with Envy.
Stay alive, they're pushing our corner.
2 guys there. They're pushing through. They're going for pull right now.
Saiyans weak.
You guys on our counter
They're
flag?
really weak on flag.
Get him, guys.
Yep.
Flag guy was a one-shot.
Right next to you.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one shot. Our corner. 2 guys. One
couch.
shot our corner. And our couch is awesome.
We're probably gonna get this. Try and live.
Watch out, maze.
I think I traded.
No, he's absolute.
Snipes there as well.
Grass. At least
Guys, there's just smoke down there.
Our guy's weak. One shot.
Rain, absolute. Nice. Good job.
Another one back pyramid.
I'm weak. I can't help.
Back pyramid, one shot.
Their base has got me.
I can't see back pyramid. Yeah, I'm trying to live.
APG's there, sneaking.
Guys, rockets are up. They're on there.
They're silver. Killed me.
They have rockets now.
Is there grass as well?
Shotting grass on me.
Stay alive,
One
guys.
shot in grass. Let's see up now. He listed up.
Yeah, he has rockets on their flag. Rockets on their flag.
One shot in the lift. I can get him. Absolute grass.
They have rockets on their flag somewhere.
I had a base, I think.
Yes. Killed me. Pulling it. And their elbow.
They have rockets somewhere.
Getting
Somewhere.
rockets in their BR, dude. And their
He's weak
rocket.
their BR. Rockets it in.
Nice. They're running.
Flags, they're silver.
Flags on a shot.
Rain's weak. Going
There's
through the window.
Yeah, one shot. I got flag out.
Nice.
This guy one shot on me.
Slay.
They're fucking out right now. One shot their corner.
I got 1, 2. Now we're gonna push up for Re.
I'm going for Re.
They're bound. Watch Cave.
Silver.
I got Re.
Silver dead.
Their
window.
Cave
Rockets.
spawns. Be careful. Be careful. Cave spawns.
Cave.
The cave too.
Stay up.
Push to the cave again. Alright, cool.
All right, you heard the communication coming out, and I sensed a little bit of frustration from Envy. Tale of 2 different teams right now in terms of just riding the ebb and flow of how this series has been going overall. Envy, the expectations are just so high for these guys. Everyone expecting them to come and win the event. And when you have that type of expectations on your back and you find yourself in such a tough series like that, that's when you can start to get a little bit upset and a little bit frustrated. You cannot allow that to creep in right now into your gameplay.
Yeah, and we'll see Rain. He's playing aggressive again. Gets taking no shields. Great thrust to stay alive, and that's Trippy with the sniper rifle. We'll move over to see what he's doing. He is pushing up behind Rain, so look for him to kind of anchor this position here. Try to catch some of these spawners. Immediately connecting with that headshot. You see him almost grabs a second one in the ankle there. Gets the no-scope. Make that 3 shots. Doing absolutely everything he can to help with this flag. And wait, what is happening here?
Who's not popping out? You're ruining the event. I want to see an overkill.
That was ridiculously dirty there by Trippy. Still plenty of ammo left and not missing. Still connects on another no-scope. Has a player right behind him, and this guy, he's got to be a little concerned because Trippy, he is hot right now.
Yeah, Trippy, so hot right now. That's totally true. The crowd going crazy for that triple kill. And now you can see they're starting to heat up now on the side of Envy, though. They picked up a couple of kills, but they have to worry about this man on your screen right now. APG, who did the smart play, rotating the rockets back on over towards his base, waiting for his teammates to come. Now, here's the question. Does he wait for someone to appear over towards his base, rocket him, then push out? Or does he push on over towards the snipe side? Well, guess what? All of his teammates answered them for that and just drop all around him. So now APG caught in no man's land with those rockets. So unfortunate for him right there.
Yeah, he does grab himself 1 kill, but does get taken out. Buys enough time, though, for his teammates to respawn. Pistola's going to find those rockets in his hand and immediately start running this flag. Scary moment, though, because he's probably going to die with these, but no, great
Somehow tosses
run.
the flag to himself.
Yeah, throws the flag to himself. Sees a player on the return, knows he can shoot a rocket and have it connect there, but no, great melee. Here comes out of Rain, gets the kill and grabs the rockets.
Yeah, I thought that flag return was fairly fast, and it made me think that 2 people were on that one, even though he got the kill. I'm not sure if he expected another player that was weak or whether that got splash damage or AoE damage, whatever you want to call it, on that rocket. I'm not quite sure, but that looked like a good missed opportunity there coming in from Envy. But you got to give credit to LG. Anytime you could stop a flag like that, especially when the enemy team has rockets, that is not easy to do. You should be able to just escort that flag guy back, but a great job right there utilizing their teammate's death and just kind of masking that play over there. Now you're going to see Saiyan rotating here with the DMR, but they're going to have to get this kill in, keep a majority of his shields. He does a great job of doing so. Doesn't get hit with that melee, so he can still look around, try to scout out more players, and start making some sort of maneuver. Has a weak player right in front of him. Nice grenade right there onto the maze. Gets the distraction medal. That's going to be Trippy getting the kill onto Snipe Down. Now Trippy gonna rotate on over towards the window in a very powerful position, Kyle, because you can get that angle exactly that he's taking right there onto the rocket ramp. And rockets are up. So if Trippy and Saiyan can work together here to secure this, they should have snipe control, they should have rocket control, and this should be a capture for them.
Oh, and he's just taking such good routes. You can see even a player dropping out the window was pushing out to try to finish him, I believe, but a great jump back up there will buy additional time here. Now Rain with the rockets over here towards the sniper side of the map, gets taken out.
Ouch.
Double melee. That's going to give the rockets over here to Pistola, and this is exactly what Envy needs to jump back in this and try to tie this series up.
No doubt about it. That was a very clean melee there from Pistola, but he needs to stay alive with the rockets himself, and he just gets a trade right there. We do have a tweet coming in. Infused runs come to an end. They bow out to Liquid 3-1 and finish top 6. Should be proud, though. History was made by this team. Dan Gaskin, I don't know who that is, but thanks for the tweet. Hashtag HCS. Keep those tweets coming in, guys. Just kidding, I'm a little salty.
And here we have it, though. We are still watching Trippy, and we'll keep an eye. Is anyone going to be able to lock down these new sets of power weapons? Envy really needs to start working on getting some more slays here, because currently it's about even, and I think Envy is going to be the ones that really need to start locking down these power weapons and opening the door here, because they are down 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, this is not a comfortable position to be in right now if you're Envy or an Envious fan. So if LG goes and puts some sort of capture on the board here, there's not much time to come back. 4.5 minutes. So whoever's able to get that next flag capture, get that second one on the board, is going to have a huge advantage. Whether they switch it up and start playing how, a little defensive, or keep playing how they've been playing, I don't know. That's going to remain to be seen. But if LG can get this capture on, the pressure is going to rise very quickly for Envy.
Pistola just grabbed himself a double kill, but unfortunately for Envy, that double kill and all those kills they just got were in their own base. So they're going to have to slay Luminosity once again as they push across the map. And that's not something they've been able to do consistently here in this series, or yet alone even today, really. So we'll see as the clock is working down to 4 minutes remaining, and Luminosity have got to be feeling pretty good. This is a position I would take. Tied game with a 2-1 series lead and only 3.5 minutes left to play. Envy, they've got to start feeling the pressure here now.
No doubt about it, but they need to make sure that they can get these next round of weapons that are coming up. Pistola picking up the rockets is going to be a great sign for these guys. Oh, he gets dropped, though, by Saiyan. Saiyan with the ridiculous play right there. That nullifies all of the advantages that Envy had, and now you're looking at where these guys are, and APG's in a great position to go and lay down support, but unfortunate for him, Rain is going to drop on over towards the elbow. That was the guy that was eventually going to go and push that objective if APG and Trippy were able to get some slays. So APG is going to have to fall back here, and he does so on over towards this fountain, waiting for these grenades to explode so we can start pushing on up there. But a player flying into the window right there, fairly interesting. It's a very aggressive play, and what? Throughout all of that, a cap happened?
Yeah, Luminosity puts one in, and those rockets not being able to connect on those
What am I
kills
looking at?
definitely hurts them badly. But Envy, they're looking to answer back here now. Hook is moving this flag very quickly across the map, and Mikwin himself, he's got the sniper rifle, so this is all of a sudden, all that great effort, all that amazing play, and that confidence here coming out of Luminosity gets negated here as EnVy is starting to turn.
They got to get that cap up, Kyle. Otherwise, this is going to be a double cap. You're going to see EnVy getting very aggressive. Oh, what a shot right there from Mikwin on his own teammate, though.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a 2-for-1, but not going to be able to connect there. And that is a heartbreaking snipe shot because they were in prime position, like you pointed out, Tom, for that double cap. And that double cap would have closed this game out.
Mikwin's really mad that someone stole the last towel from the hotel when he was trying to take a shower. So I feel bad for whoever that was.
All right, as you can see here, 1 dead, or 2 dead here, 3 dead now for Luminosity, but great grenades come in to take out Mikwin. Nobody in position yet to pull or run that flag, so they're going to have to work on getting the slays here once again. Snipe down, pushing over from Rockets towards snipe side of the map. Hopefully they can pick up that sniper that Mikwin had just lost over towards the maze here. And I believe that's new sniper up as well.
Do you have the Rockets sitting there? I'm not sure if the snipe drops this, man. I don't believe that it does.
Your Rockets, right.
APG and Rain finding a couple of kills here, and now weapons are on the map, and APG is going to be the one that skedaddles with those. You saw him fighting Mikwin right there as we switched the points of views. Mikwin and Hook finding a couple of kills right there. APG, he's in the same position as he was before. He has the Rockets, he's doing the right thing, but his teammates dropping all around him.
But
it makes the decision so tough where to go.
But Mikwin, I mean, he saw Mikwin over towards snipe side of the map, and his teammate fought him. But Mikwin, the guy who wins the 1v1 against his teammate, turns around and kills APG from behind as he's trying to run away.
Platinum.
Is that going to be a nice little platinum pack coming out here? Snipe down picks up a perfect kill there. Knows there's a player, or trying to check to see if there's any player sneaking around him. Finds Saiyan here, but those Rockets come back to hurt them so much. APG picks those back up here with just a minute left to play. Of course, if no one caps here in the next 50 seconds, we will be going into overtime. We've seen that already this event, but this is a scary, scary overtime moment. We already pointed out some of the rules before. If it's tied up after overtime, full replay. But not the worst thing here for Luminosity, because this game, they've been playing extremely well here.
I'm thinking EnVy's going to be able to do it right now, though. They have good positioning on the map with the snipe down over here towards the cave. He's laying down some nice TMR shots, but Trippy, he gets the kill on a Pistola. While that was happening, also the flag guy dropped too. And a flag was being pulled on over towards the EnVy side. So LG running this one down towards the bottom. Could this be it for LG? They have the flag out, they have the positioning, but no. Mikwin and Pistola picking up a couple of kills. The flag return coming in from EnVy, and it's not quite yet in the cards here for LG. They're going to have to reset and retry over here, but they got to be careful because they are coughing up numbers, they are coughing up position, and now snipe down. He hasn't been shot at for quite some time. If you leave this guy on the map for too long unaccounted for, he's going to do some serious damage to your team.
Yeah, and you got the collapse here coming out from EnVy. 2 dead for Luminosity. About to be, oh no, they push in just a hair too slow, but Hook gets himself a double kill. 2 members, that's 3 dead again as the first member, Rain, comes off of spawn. EnVy running this quickly, but a little bit of a catching his foot there, but still gets the flag across the map, relays it over to Pistola. Nobody from Luminosity in position, and all of a sudden, we're going to game number 5, Tom, and you can see the relief on EnVy's faces after that game. 2-3 members sitting back in their chairs, big smiles coming out of Pistola as well. They've got to be feeling good and happy about that. And on the flip side, Luminosity, the taste, the ability to close out that series, a 2-1 lead with almost no time left to play, give up 2 captures.
LG got heavily outslayed right there, and that was the first time you started to see EnVy asserting dominance towards that tail end. Taking a look at the stats, Pistola dropping 29 and 21, 20, 21 and 21 coming in from Hook. Everybody really going positive, having a great game overall, but I'm a little bit worried for LG now because they were heating up, the communication was there. EnVy, they got right back into it. Now they push and force this game 5. I felt like that was LG's great opportunity to close this series out 3-1. I didn't see any major mistakes. I think that they played phenomenal, but that's what you can expect from EnVy. Like we said, it's not going to get any easier. Once you get that game into that 1-to-1 scenario, you have to maybe just pull off a miraculous play, whether it's a 1v1 that you shouldn't have won or a sneaky objective play. Something had to be pulled out right there that EnVy didn't expect, but EnVy was just too clean and just too disciplined. not wanting their tournament lives to end.
And a lot of things went in Luminosity's favor that game. They had Trippy hit, what, 3 no-scopes on 1 flag run, including one, a triple kill in and of itself, and then Mikwin betraying his teammate in what was potentially a flag capture opportunity for Envy, but still not being able to close out that game. Definitely has to be in the back of their minds there that they tasted victory, and then it slipped through their fingers. Of course, not out of this series by any means yet, but that has got to fire up Envy here for this Game 5.
No doubt about it, and you're going again against this Game 5 wizard that you're currently looking at. Snipedown, he did great things with Hook, the guy that's sitting towards his right, towards that tail end. You saw Pistola flying just a little bit early. He did weaken that player. He dropped in that 1v1, but it was Snipedown picking up a double. It was Hook picking up a double. It was a great job by Hook, not panicking even though he had that little hiccup with the flag. Still knew that he had more than enough time to go and advance that and toss it on over to his teammate, who was going to go and finish the job overall. In the last map, it's going to be Plaza Slayer. Who are you going to give the advantage to here, Kyle? Envy, are you feeling after they win that one that they kind of stole the momentum back?
I definitely think they stole the momentum back there. You get to see it in the sigh of relief from Envy's faces when they went to that shot. You see 2 members sit back in the chairs. They're so happy and confident about that win here. And going into Plaza Slayer, they know they just dodged a bullet in that game number 4 there. Between getting spawn sniped by Trippy and between Mikwin betraying his teammate here, they definitely dodged a bullet on that one.
No doubt about it. I want to know who is going to be going off here. Who's going to drop the 20 bomb? Who's going to go off with the sniper rifle? You got to make sure that you're securing this overshield. You got to make sure that you're going and collapsing on people. And then when you do find yourself in these standoff moments, which I'd be shocked that if we don't have here in a game number 5 environment, winner of this match going on to top 4 tomorrow. It's going to be Overshield going on over to LG to start.
Wow, definitely a little surprising there. I didn't even see that player rushing for that one, and a great collapse from Luminosity. Wow, and an awesome start. Saiyan grabs himself a double. They finish off Hook for the 3rd kill. Trippy himself has the sniper. Rain has the overshield, and a 4-0 lead. This is not something Envy is accustomed to.
It's something that you can bounce back from if you get a couple of kills, but you're going to have to do it right now. And 5-0 and counting. Saiyan getting that battle rifle kill still with setup here. It's key for Trippy's teammates not die around him. Saiyan is going to drop first. Oh no, APG is going to drop as well. That's what we're talking about, Kyle. You have this great lead. It's 5-0. If you can just continue to build on this one, you're going to win the game, but instead it's 5-3 and you're giving Sniper Rifle right back on over to Envy. Huge missed opportunity there for LG.
Yeah, Pistola wins a 1v1 with a player over in the light rifle here, and he's pushing to try to collapse and pick up this Sniper Rifle off Mikwin's body. He will go ahead and find that, and you're exactly right, Tom. 5-0 lead is now 1 kill lead here as Luminosity definitely made some mistakes there. It'd be hard to go pinpoint it out as we were on board with the Sniper Rifle player there, but you cannot be dying when you have a big lead like that and setup and control.
I mean, when you have the Sniper Rifle, all you want to do is snipe. And you shouldn't have to say, hey guys, I have Sniper Rifle. Let me tell you where to set up. Let me tell you what to do. Let me tell you not to die. Everybody should know what to do in that scenario. You need to watch your snipers back. You need to take the angles that offer your sniper to go and pick people off. You're supposed to be bait. You're not supposed to be a hindrance right there, and that's what happened right there. They just completely screwed Trippy over by dying and giving the numbers on over to Envy. So they could have been running away with this one, setting up for this next overshield, still having the sniper rifle, but instead it's Pistola with the positioning. He is going to drop though, so that's a good sign for LG. They do have a 1 kill lead with the overshield popping up here. Can they bait it in time? APG ripping faces off. He's going to have to get back and take that angle from the loop on over towards, looks like he's looking over towards the snipe side. I thought he was going to look on over towards an overshield, but that overshield's already been grabbed by Trippy.
Yeah, and that is another power-up going over in favor of Team Envy. Just, you know, is it just Envy not on the same page of going for these? But I think it's got to be like 95% of the power-ups in this map going over to Luminosity, something we don't see from Envy very often. You wonder what it comes down to.
I mean, there's 3 power weapon kills and there's 2 power-up pickups, and they're up by 6 right now. So by far, the biggest stat to look at, and Saiyan just going to continue to hold up on top of this S4 area. You're going to see APG working over here with him, and this is a good setup. You have Saiyan over there, you have APG over here. All they have to do is make sure that they're watching each other's backs. That's exactly the setup here that you're going to want to do. Now, we have a tweet coming in. It's going to be Oh, Team EnVyUs, you always have me on the edge of my seat. I love it. I don't know, man. I'm on the edge of my seat too. I may fall off. Sticker Boy, thank you for that tweet. Sorry, the text is so small on the screen. Extremely hard to read. Great no scope right there from APG. Ripping off Snipe Down's face. 6-kill lead here for LG. They need to make sure they don't make the same mistake that they made earlier when Trippy had the snipe.
Yeah, and APG doing an amazing job. Picked up that no-scope, stayed alive, something we haven't seen from the other snipers here in this game, number 5 yet. Back up to a 6-kill lead, so they've regained what they lost off their opening strategy. Now, the real thing that comes down in my mind is, what is the rest of the power-ups going to look like in this game? Because they need to turn this around.
Mikwin ripping off APG's face. The big turning point right there was Pistola picking up a double kill with just 1 grenade. So Envy, they're not calling it quits quite yet, and they cannot afford to do that. Obviously, game number 5, this is where it all counts, everything on the line right here. Mikwin's gonna have to do some dirty work here with this overshield popping up. He has to get rid of that barrel, and his teammate's gonna take care of that for him. But they need to be on top of the time because LG was able to pick up back-to-back overshields. It looks like Snipe Down's gonna be the guy making his way for it. He is gonna be able to burn that one, actually. Sand burns it. Mikwin still with the sniper rifle and a 3-kill lead for LG. So, I mean, if you're Envy and you don't get the full overshield, oh, double kill from Mikwin. We do have Game 5 Denver Platinum Rack Pack coming in. Make sure you type that in the chat room for people that may have missed it. 1-kill lead now from LG, and plenty of ammo left from the sniper rifle here for Mikwin. And we were talking about it earlier in the Pro League, Kyle. You like Mikwin with the sniper rifle in these situations, and I think Envy does too.
Yeah, and you could tell how good Mikwin is with this weapon. Those quick shots. That player was crouched that flew across, thrust, slid over into yard, and tried to challenge in flowers. Mikwin connecting with that headshot on that player just shows how fast his reaction times are. Catched another player dropping into yard right after that, which was cleaned up. So only down by 1 kill here. Tom, wouldn't it surprise me if we don't go all the way to 50 kills in this game with what is on the line here?
Was definitely expecting a standoff, and we got a standoff, and it's fairly early because overshield not coming up for about a minute from now, and typically you're going to see people set up, and we're going to go jump on over here to observer mode so you can see some of the player outlines that are popping off right now. You see 2 players on over towards that light rifle area, another guy located in the loop, and then 1 more in the yard. So we're going to go back and see what Mikwin is currently seeing through his eyes, and you get a little antsy in these type of situations. You start wanting to move into different positions, and maybe when you move, that's when the other team takes their opportunity to push.
Yeah, and as you can see, taking some new angles here, and what they want to do is Luminosity is trying to get a lot of damage down here onto Luminosity before they push out and try to collapse on that sniper rifle player. This new sniper has spawned. Mikwin doesn't connect on that shot, dodges the barrel, which was great, but challenges with that sniper rifle. 2 players there. You see the other one is over in the hands of Trippy, who connects on 1 shot, 23-22. So Envy does or is able to take the lead here. Lots of action still over at sniper side or nest here of the map, and now Trippy is connecting. We saw what he was able to do on Coliseum, and he is continuing that here into Plaza.
Oh man, you got to get this weapon out of his hands right now. And we were highlighting Rain as the sniper for this squad, but it's Trippy who is just completely ripping these guys apart. He's going to get tons of information on over towards the players that pushed on over towards the flowers, saying he's going to find a double kill, and saying he's got the Top Gun medal right now. He's currently rocking some pretty good stats for a game number 5, 11, 5, and 7 with a 6-kill lead.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of nice snipe shots that are building this lead up as we pass the halfway point in this game. Of course, the time's already gone. Snipe Down jumping out a little uncharacteristic, and have any kind of players really covering him there. And 31-25, so still just the same 6-kill lead. Every time Envy's been able to bring it back, Luminosity has regained it back up to 5 or 6 kills.
You're right, Kyle. I don't think this is going to 50. I think that this is going to be one of those like 47-45 games, because everyone's going to start slow playing it even more so now. And ouch, that is not what Trippy and LG was looking for. Popping that sniper rifle on over towards Pistola's hands. Pistola gonna have to connect on these shots, only 2 left.
And I like this decision. Leaving sniper side of the map, he's been called out there, and pushing across over to Flowers, get connected with the rest of his team who just grabbed 2 kills. They have that numbers advantage. They could be looking for the spawners now if they want to, and I think that's exactly what Pistola is about to do here.
Pistola playing it the right way here, working with his teammates, working on the rotations. There's going to be a big fight happening on over towards the yard right here. Pistola is taking out his pistol. to make sure that he can accommodate his teammates. That's going to be 2 kills going on over to Envy. They know that there's more players over here because there's grenades flying in as APG finds a grenade kill onto Snipedown. Anytime you can get a grenade kill like that in any type of instance, that is huge, considering that they could have, again, set up with all 4, used a number advantage, and continue to rotate on the map. But it looks like Envy, they're just going to slow play this one, and they're just going to set up on this half of the map.
Oh, but that overshield went over in favor of Luminosity. It's Trippy that's going to be able to grab that, get himself a kill. But no, Pistola answers back. That was the last shot I think he had in that sniper rifle. Connects with the headshot and gets the stick. Are you kidding me, Tom?
Pistola going big here in the final moments. We're all tied up 35-35. Winner of this one is going on to tomorrow and secures themselves a top 4 finish. Both teams fighting from the elimination bracket. LG, they fell early to straight. Envy, they fell to Splice. Grenade coming in. Rain is going to dodge that one. You see APG over there towards the snipe, or excuse me, towards the blue ramp. Has a player over towards the snipe side that he's going to have to watch out for because that sniper rifle is going to pop up. Snipedown found that weapon as well, and towards the tail end of the game, who else would you want with the sniper rifle for Envy?
Envy back up by 1 kill, make that 2 kills. I think that's the largest lead we've seen from Envy as we come down to the final moments of game number 5. I know the crowd's getting into this one. We saw some spawn kills happen here. Snipedown looking to answer back with the same thing, but as you can see, his player icons there of his teammates. No one's going to be coming off spawn for Luminosity. They know they're either over here by loop or in yard.
They've had 4 overshields on the LG side compared to the 1 overshield from Envy. If I was LG right now, I would be slowing it down, just waiting for this next overshield to pop up. They have the time for it. They need to do what they did for the previous one. Grab it when Envy wasn't expecting it. Hope that maybe Envy isn't looking at it at that exact time. Maybe they miss a shot, who knows? But that is when you want to force the action on the map.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct there. And Snipedown taking that sniper up to S4, one of the best lines of sights you can find here. And they really just don't know where Envy is right now. We're turning on the player outline so you at home can see. But finally, looks like Luminosity starting to make a move. 1:50 left to play in this game, Tom. There's 2 members right below him.
He doesn't realize that we do have that player outlines there for a second, so we were able to spot it. But you know what he's doing? He's doing, uncharacteristic missed shot there from Snipedown on a guy that wasn't looking at him. He usually lines it up, but guess what? He got the revenge right there, taking out APG. 4-kill lead. Has a player down. Oh, feeling pretty ballsy here as he takes out the sniper rifle. He does get traded out. Pistola is going to find that kill right there, and Rain is going to clean up Snipedown overall, but not sure what happened with the overshield. It was Trippy who picked it up, so advantage on over to LG with that, but they do not have the score in their favor.
Yeah, and nobody has that sniper rifle either here, so Trippy almost out of overshield, gets an assist there on a Pistola, so numbers advantage, up by 3 kills, a collapse coming in. Did Pistola even get taken out? Yes, he does get taken out there, so 2-kill game with less than a minute left to play.
Wow, are you kidding me? 47-45 here in the closing moments. 50 seconds left on the clock. Are we going to see 50 kills? Is it going to be Envy? Is it going to be LG? In 45 seconds, we're about to find out.
Yeah, and I think we should move over here with someone from Envy who is in the lead. And how are they going to play the final seconds of this game? 48-46, Snipedown gets taken out. You can see in the kill feed. That was a stick from Trippy on top of that. I do not know how this one is going to finish, Tom, but someone is going home very unhappy.
49th kill, 49-48 right here. You can see Ola, he's over towards the glass, over towards Sain's left. Is that going to be the final kill? It is. Pistola picks it up. Envy sends LG packing.
Wow, and what a series, Tom. Envy wins game 5, 50-48. And that was Luminosity's game the whole time. They had more power weapon kills. They had 4 more overshields than Envy did that game. But still, I think it was towards the end of the game, they really switched their play style. And when it became slow, that's when Envy was able to shut them down.
No doubt about it, and Snipedown finding that last sniper rifle was extremely, extremely clutch. I was worried for LG once it got pushed into game 5. I thought that they had to close out Envy in game number 4. It seemed like that was their game to go and take home. It wasn't. That last one was extremely close as well. They fought all the way towards the end, but they are going to finish top 6. Envy secures themselves top 4 and a stamp for tomorrow.
So go figure, Tom. Our top 4 teams from Atlanta are our top 4 teams here in Denver once again. as you see EnVy progress in the bracket over Luminosity Gaming. Phenomenal performances. And, you know, if I had to say, EnVy, they can't be happy with how that went. Of course, they're feeling good right now, but they've got to go back to the drawing board because when they match up with Liquid, Splice, and Optic tomorrow, they cannot be playing the same way they were today.
They're very fortunate that they got through today, and who knows what's going to happen. Whether they come back and win this tournament, that's going to be great for them. But one thing's for sure, if they would have lost against this Luminosity team, there's no way in hell we'd see the same 4 teams, or same 4 players playing together. And that would have hurt for this squad, considering, again, all the accomplishments that they've had leading up to this moment.
Considering they're the #1 seed here, and we're heavily struggling against our, 5th seed, I want to say, Luminosity Gaming coming into this event here. So regardless, like, EnVy definitely happy right now, but they've got a lot of discussion and work to do tonight to turn it around for tomorrow.
Totally agree with that, gentlemen. This was honestly a shocking result, the way that things have kind of panned out here. Kudos to LG for the performance that they put forward here, but EnVy really needing to just dig deep in that series, and for LG to have so much control in that Plaza Slayer matchup and to lose it the way that they did. And let's go ahead and take a look at the series layout here, because I mean, look at this, right? That Eden Strongholds game, 125 on that. Overall, this was just
as close as it gets.
This was as close as it gets. What a way to close it out here. What a series to close it out to go into that top 4 tomorrow.
I mean, Luminosity has to be heartbroken. If you look at those score lines, they should have won 3-0. They should have won 4-0. There was only one game that wasn't close, and that was one of their victories here. They did everything they needed to do. As far as they prepared in preparation, they were all over the power weapons, all over the power-ups, but still just not able to just, I guess, maybe win enough 1v1s. Like, go back to that Hook triple kill on CTF Fathom in game #1. Had that not have happened here, we would have seen a 3-0 victory for LG.
You can go back in a series that close, look at 1,000 different 50-50s, really. But
totally agree.
What it all comes down to is just they didn't have enough in the end. In EnVy, they really just put on their I'm not losing shoes, really, is what it came down to. They said, hey, guys, this isn't, like I said, going to get any easier for you. They needed just a little bit more. They needed some extra spark. They couldn't find it. They needed a big play desperately. We saw a couple of great ones, but just not big enough to get them over that hump to beat EnVy.
Those shoes must look pretty nice.
Fancy.
I'm not losing shoes.
I'm not losing shoes.
I'm not losing shoes. Was that what you called it?
Exactly.
We're gonna have to make that shoe. We're gonna have to make it happen.
Coach Phil has that pen.
He does have the I'm not losing pen, so you got to watch out for that pen.
Fair point. All right, I appreciate the hustle.
Splice.
Right? All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and talk about the series a little bit more. But for now, let's go ahead and set it down to Walshy for our Xfinity post-match interview. Walshy, over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Golden Boy. I'm on the floor with Eric Rona, a.k.a. Snipe Down, who just got out of an intense Game 5 against Luminosity. How are you feeling right now?
Stressed, definitely stressed. I was not trying to go home on a Saturday night, so I'm very happy that we were able to pull out that win. That last game was extremely intense back and forth the whole time, and LG is a great squad, so I'm glad we could pull out that win and go in with some momentum tomorrow.
I was going to say the adrenaline's got to be pumping. How are you feeling when you're down 2-1 in the series? You're down 2-1 in Kali Flag in game #4. Did you guys talk about anything during that game? Did you just all feel like you had to step it up? You knew the severity of the situation?
Yeah, after they capped that second flag on Kali, and there was like 3 minutes left in the game, I think, we all just kind of said, calm the freak down. We're just freaking out on our comms. We can't hear each other. We can't make the right decisions based on the information. It's all jumbled up. And we really just communicated well, talked to each other, said what we needed to do, and we pulled it out. So I'm really happy with how we performed the rest of that back of that series.
So you said you're happy with how you performed, but what about LG right there? They were a squad that lost in the very first series of the day against Straight Rippin'. Did you expect them to come out this strong against you here in the elimination semis?
Well, as a team that likes to go through the losers bracket all the time, they got knocked out early into the losers bracket, so they had a ton of momentum coming into the series against us. They're a great team. Honestly, I was hoping for an easier series than that, but maybe something like that can get us get our butts moving and get us back into this tournament.
So you probably weren't aware of this since you were so focused on that LG series, but on the side station, we did see Liquid taking down EnVyUs 3-1. What are your thoughts going into the Liquid match tomorrow?
Well, we played EnVyUs as well, beat them 3-1, so we got 2 3-1s against them, which means that I'd say we're pretty equal in terms of skills. So I know how good Liquid is. We always seem to have a grudge match against each other at every tournament. We always end up playing each other. So hopefully we can keep our streak going and get another W.
Eric, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck tomorrow. Alex, back to you at the desk.